And now we'll record so we can send it to other kids if they're not able to be here. Um, So what I'm going to do is give you our lesson. I'm going to tell you what we're going to practice today for reading. And then today, when you do your 20 minutes or more of reading, you can practice this. I have something cool to tell you, though, because this is not actually something that's brand new learning for you.
I've been watching my granddaughter for years now. And for years, my son has been dropping off my granddaughter. As a baby, she had this diaper bag. And around 3 years old, she would show up with this cute princess book bag where she kept her toys and her hairbrush and lip gloss. You know, all that kid stuff. And then my granddaughter started preschool. Didn't need me anymore. Oh, I was missing that little bugger, you know. I spent all my days with that little girl, and now she was just gone. So my son would drop her off on the weekends, and then I would visit during the week. We did what we could. When COVID hit, he and his wife pulled her from preschool, and I started watching her again. Some days she was a real pain in my ass. But most days, I really did enjoy watching my granddaughter. I'm trying to paint this picture for you so you'll understand that I love my granddaughter, and she loves me. Anyway, over the summer, my son and his wife told me that they wanted her to start kindergarten, but Gianna would have to do virtual learning, and asked if I would watch her while they worked and help her with that. Well, if it meant seeing that little bugger all the time, oh, sure, I said, I'll take care of it. So you can expect my surprise when one day my son shows up with my granddaughter and a big book bag with a laptop in it. And I'm like, what the hell is this? She doesn't need this here. And my son's like, yeah, she needs it for school. You know, Dad, for virtual learning. Okay, I thought, I can do this. I'm a grown man. I went to school. I know how to spell. How hard can it be? Freaking hard, okay? So hard. I set her up at my kitchen table and gave her all the room she needed. And for a 5-year-old, she has like 5 classes in a row. Reading, math, gym, art, special. What the hell is a special anyway? And the teachers. The teachers. How do you teach 26 5- and 6-year-olds on a screen? I mean, it shouldn't even be allowed. Every 2 seconds it was like, Timmy, can you unmute yourself, please? Jackson, can you start your video so I can see you are really coloring? Allison, can you maybe feed your fish later, after class? I mean, is this really learning? So, one morning my granddaughter shows up and is all nervous because there was some sort of test in class. A test? She says, Papa, my teacher wants us to read words, but I'm not too good with words. So I did what any grandfather would do, and I told her I'd help her. When the class began, I heard the teacher go over what everybody would do and how they'd each read a few words off the screen. I saw my granddaughter grab her belly. Her tummy hurts when she gets nervous. So I sat across the table from her where the teacher couldn't see me. And my granddaughter actually nailed it. She read all 3 words in order. She, they, you. I smiled at her, and she was so proud, just so proud, that she knew those 3 words all by herself. As I started to get up, I heard the teacher announce that they were going to do some math now, and my granddaughter panicked. I could see it in her face. She even grabbed her belly again, and I even grabbed mine because I wasn't ready for this. I mean, she only told me about words, not math. I stayed where I was and decided I would cheer her on. Some of her classmates went first, and they breezed through those math problems, and then it was her turn. Okay, Gianna, let's start with 3 plus 6. She stared at the screen like a deer in headlights. Her eyes were welling up, and so I just did it. I wrote the answer down on a piece of paper, and I showed it to her. And she screamed out the answer, and the teacher said, "Wow, excellent work." I did the same with the second problem, and Gianna was smiling from ear to ear. When she got to the last problem, 7 minus 5, I was still helping her, and when I showed her the answer, instead of saying 2, she said 5. She must have glanced at it too quickly. So I waved my hands like, "No, no, 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 no." And the teacher said, "Oh, Gianna, that was a nice try, but 2 out of 3 isn't bad." And Gianna looked at me with tears in her eyes, pointed to me, and told the class, "My papa gave me the wrong answer." There was silence, and all I heard was the teacher, "Sir?" And here I was behind the laptop, frozen. "Could I see you for a moment?" I pretended I wasn't there to save Gianna the embarrassment. But do you know what that little bugger did? She turned the laptop around so everyone could see me. And there they were, a bunch of tiny boxes with a whole class full of little kids just staring at me. I grabbed my stomach. The teacher called me out and explained that what I was doing was not acceptable, and that she would call me in the afternoon when school ended. All those little eyes just kept looking at me, and I felt so guilty. But what was I supposed to do, huh? Let the little girl fail and watch her deflate like a balloon right before my eyes? No, thank you. I just can't believe she sold me out. That bugger. I told you, I love that little girl. But some days, just some days, she's a real pain in my ass.
Your great day of learning. All right. I'm so proud of you. You've been working hard. I see you some already on IXL today. Get that reading done.
all 3 of my things that you sent me.
I will see you on Thursday, okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.